You don't need a big budget to create a beautiful backyard. Using simple scraps and natural materials, you can make stunning garden DIYs that anyone can do. Stay with me, I'll show you 25 easy, affordable projects perfect for any space. Welcome to Arkan Aesthetic Studio, where we turn recycled materials into amazing garden transformations. This video has timestamps to help you jump to your favorite ideas, questions, or stories. Drop them in the comments. If you like what you see, subscribe and join our creative family. To you, I might just be another face online, but behind this, there's real passion and a family's dream. Every like, comment, and subscribe helps keep that dream alive. Thank you for being here and truly seeing me. One, DIY rustic garden edging from broken concrete. There's something quietly magical about the way broken pieces find new purpose. Imagine walking along a garden path where fragments of old concrete, once forgotten and discarded, come together in a rustic zigzag. Each stone tells a story, weathered by time, kissed by moss, yet standing strong, edging a tapestry of vibrant petunias and marigolds that dance gently in the breeze. This is not just a border, it's a celebration of transformation, a humble reminder that beauty often arises from what we leave behind. As your eyes drift to a cozy corner of a backyard, you see how these reclaimed stones curve gracefully around a thriving vegetable patch. Bright cherry tomatoes cling in clusters, their red jewels catching the sunlight, while basil leaves unfurl with fresh green vigor. The cracked concrete pieces, with their rough textures and subtle imperfections, lend a charming rustic feel, grounding the garden in simplicity and authenticity. Here, life thrives in harmony with the past, and every shadow cast by the afternoon sun tells a story of patient renewal. Further along, a gentle pathway invites you to wander between clusters of white daisies and swaying ornamental grasses. Upcycled concrete chunks, partly nestled into the earth, guide your steps with steadfast elegance. Painted pebbles sprinkled between the stones add playful bursts of color, turning a simple garden edge into a visual melody of nature and creativity. This path is a quiet sanctuary, a place where wildflowers bloom freely and the ordinary becomes extraordinary through thoughtful hands and loving care. These garden edges, crafted from broken concrete and natural elements, offer more than just structure. They are whispers of sustainability, encouragements to see potential in what others discard. With patience, creativity, and a touch of rustic charm, anyone can recreate this harmony in their own space, no matter how small or humble. So, let these simple stones inspire you. Gather your scraps, let your hands shape your vision, and create a garden that tells your own unique story. A story where nature and renewal walk side by side, where beauty is found in the quiet resilience of the earth beneath your feet. Two, natural stone pathway ideas for small patios and backyards. There's a gentle rhythm in the way stones guide our steps through a garden, a silent invitation to wander and discover. Imagine a quaint backyard where flat, irregular stones form a pathway, leading you from a simple wooden gate to a cozy patio space. The earth around the stones hums with life, carpeted by creeping thyme and soft moss that cushions each step. Nearby, pots of lavender offer a delicate splash of purple, their scent drifting lightly on the breeze, inviting you to pause and breathe in the moment. In another corner, a winding path curves through a vibrant bed of roses, snapdragons, and daisies. Each flagstone, unique and worn, rests amidst small gravel, embracing the natural contours of the land. A bamboo fence stands quietly in the background, framing the scene with rustic grace, while a vintage watering can hint at the loving hands tending this colorful retreat. The flowers burst with life and color, painting a joyful canvas beneath the clear daylight, a simple but profound reminder that beauty often thrives in the details. Further along, a stepping stone path crafted from leftover flat stones gently connects to a raised herb garden. The stones sit nestled in soft soil, grass peeking shyly between the gaps as if nature herself wants to be part of this crafted walkway. Terracotta pots overflow with rosemary, mint, and thyme, their fresh green hues shining brightly under the warm sun. This is a place of quiet harmony, where human creativity and nature's abundance dance together in perfect balance. These natural stone pathways are more than just a route through the garden. They are a meditation, a celebration of the earth's textures and tones. They invite us to slow down, to savor the tactile connection beneath our feet, and to see how even the simplest materials, stones, soil, plants, can be arranged into something both practical and profoundly beautiful. If you dream of your own peaceful retreat, remember, you don't need expensive materials or grand designs. With a few natural stones, some patience, and a willingness to embrace imperfection, you can create a path that not only leads through your garden but also guides your heart toward calm and joy. Three, upcycled wood fence with built-in planter box. There is a quiet beauty in aged wood, weathered by time, softened by sun and rain, carrying stories etched in every grain and knot. Imagine a backyard fence, not just a barrier, but a living canvas where rectangular planter boxes bloom with vibrant life. Geraniums and pansies spill over the edges, their colors bright and cheerful against the gentle gray patina of reclaimed wood. The fence, with its rustic charm, holds these blooms like treasured secrets whispered by the garden breeze. Step closer, and you'll see a vertical garden thriving on the same wooden frame. Herbs like parsley, oregano, and chives fill staggered boxes, lush and fragrant, filling the air with fresh scents. Around them, neat pebbles and pots of lemon balm create a small oasis, where every leaf catches the sunlight with a vibrant glow. This is a space where life climbs and spreads, weaving nature's green tapestry into the structure built by patient hands. Further along, pastel-painted planter boxes bring a farmhouse touch to the scene. Muted blues, yellows, and greens cradle delicate begonias, violets, and daisies, their blooms reaching out in joyful contrast to the soft wood. The gentle sunlight of spring caresses this charming corner, revealing the textures of the wood and petals alike, natural, unfiltered, and full of grace. These upcycled fences with built-in planters invite us to rethink how we use space and materials. They remind us that even simple scraps, given new purpose, can nurture beauty and life. With a little creativity and care, you can transform your own garden fence into a flourishing wall of color and fragrance, a living artwork that grows and changes with every season. So, gather what you have, embrace the imperfect textures of reclaimed wood, and let your garden tell a story of renewal, sustainability, and heartfelt creativity. Here, beauty is not just planted, it is lovingly crafted. Four, DIY mini pergola from driftwood and branches. In a quiet corner of the backyard, nature and creativity entwine. Here stands a pergola crafted from driftwood logs and rustic branches, each piece imperfect yet perfectly placed. The rough texture of weathered wood tells tales of time, sun, and wind, while vines of blooming clematis climb eagerly, weaving their delicate purple flowers throughout the canopy. Beneath this natural shelter lies a simple wooden bench, resting on a floor of soft gravel surrounded by pots bursting with life. The afternoon sun casts warm, gentle shadows that invite you to pause, breathe, and simply be. Closer still, a tiny garden pergola emerges, made from reclaimed branches, adorned with hanging lanterns that wait to glow in the twilight. Morning glories bloom with vibrant hues, weaving through the rustic frame and spilling petals over leafy hostas. A crate-style table and a rustic chair complete the cozy nook, a perfect retreat from the world. Every element speaks of harmony, a blend of wild nature and thoughtful hands, captured in the pure light of a bright spring day. Further along, the pergola curves naturally with driftwood and dried branches supporting a canopy of leafy vines. Underneath, a welcoming nook unfolds. A vintage throw blanket drapes a seat, surrounded by pots of daisies and calendula blooming in joyful clusters. The wood's natural aging is visible in every knot and crack, telling a story of resilience and renewal. This peaceful scene invites you to rest, dream, and let your spirit wander amidst the gentle colors and textures of a living garden sanctuary. Such a pergola is not merely a structure, but a living artwork, one that blends recycled materials and natural beauty into a place of calm and inspiration. It reminds us that with patience and care, even the simplest branches and logs can be transformed into a refuge of peace, a place where the heart finds rest in nature's embrace. Let this inspire your next project. Gather what the earth offers, shape it with your hands, and create your own backyard haven, where every knot and bloom holds a story worth telling. Five, cheap bamboo and ranting border for tiny gardens. There's a gentle poetry in the way bamboo stalks rise, standing side by side like quiet sentinels around a garden bed. Their natural hues, varying from soft green to warm tan, create a delicate rhythm that soothes the eye. Intertwined with rustic branches tied gently with twine, this simple border feels alive, imperfect yet purposeful. Inside, vibrant lettuce leaves stretch toward the sunlight, while spring onions and cherry tomatoes peek through the rich, dark soil. It's a humble oasis of growth, framed by nature's own design. Look closer, and the charm deepens. The hand-tied bamboo and curved twigs form soft waves, embracing a flower bed bursting with life. Zinnias and calendulas bloom in fiery reds, bright oranges, and golden yellows, colors that leap joyfully against the muted tones of the bamboo. Every crack and knot in the branches tells a story of time and weather, while the sunlight brings out the textures in brilliant clarity, just as you would see if standing there on a fresh, clear morning. Further still, the bamboo and branch border curves gently around a mini herb garden, where rosemary, sage, and thyme flourish, filling the air with their fragrant whispers. The border's uneven, rustic beauty holds the earth tenderly, while fallen leaves and scattered pebbles add a quiet, natural rhythm. This is a space born from simplicity and care, a testament to how inexpensive, natural materials can shape not just a garden's edge, but also a sanctuary for the senses. These bamboo and branch borders invite you to rethink what it means to create beauty with what's at hand. They remind us that with a little patience and imagination, the most modest materials can hold great power, nurturing life, framing growth, and inspiring peace. If you dream of a garden that feels both natural and intentional, look no further than what surrounds you. Gather bamboo, find fallen branches, and build a border that is as alive and unique as the garden it protects. Six, DIY Seascape garden with rocks and recycled items. Close your eyes and imagine the soothing rhythm of waves, the gentle crash of water against smooth stones. Now open them to a small backyard transformed into a tranquil seascape, where nature's gifts are carefully arranged to evoke the shoreline's calm. Large natural rocks rest like ancient boulders, encircling a bed of white sand that feels soft underfoot. Among them, succulents and beach grasses thrive, their subtle greens and blues mirroring the ocean's depths. Scattered thoughtfully are pieces of driftwood and upcycled glass bottles, their shapes and colors reminiscent of treasures washed ashore by the tides. A small wooden boat planter adds a charming centerpiece, inviting you to imagine stories of journeys and discovery. The sunlight bathes this space in a warm glow, highlighting every texture: the roughness of the rocks, the smoothness of shells, the delicate petals of hardy flowers like lobelia and sea thrift. Step closer to the patio corner where blue-painted recycled tins hold clusters of resilient seaside blooms. Nearby, a rustic wooden anchor leans against a driftwood fence, grounding the scene in seaside lore. The colors here are vivid yet natural, reflecting a harmony between reclaimed materials and living plants. This seascape garden is more than decoration. It is a meditation on renewal and creativity. It shows how simple, inexpensive scraps can be transformed into a sanctuary that soothes the soul and delights the senses. With a little patience and imagination, you too can bring a piece of the ocean's calm into your own backyard, no matter its size. Let these natural elements inspire you to craft your own coastal retreat, where every stone, shell, and plant holds a story, and every day brings the peaceful promise of the sea. Seven, Thrifty vertical garden from scrap wood for small spaces. In the quiet corners of small patios and narrow side yards, creativity finds its voice. A humble frame of scrap wood, weathered by time yet full of character, rises against brick and fence like a living canvas. Upon its staggered shelves, clay pots, metal tins, and glass jars cradle vibrant herbs: basil, mint, cilantro. Their green leaves a fresh contrast against the rustic wood. Look closer, and you see how resourcefulness breathes life into every inch. Upcycled plastic bottles and wooden boxes overflow with thick, leafy greens like kale and spinach, thriving under gentle sunlight. Ivy curls softly around the edges, weaving nature's own tendrils into this vertical sanctuary. The imperfections of each board, the faded paint, the uneven edges, speak of hands that dared to build, to create something beautiful from what others might overlook. This vertical garden isn't just a space-saving solution, it's a statement. It whispers of sustainability, of thoughtful reuse, and of a love for growing things no matter how small the plot. Here, every leaf and flower is a triumph, nurtured by simple materials and abundant care. For those longing to cultivate beauty and bounty within limited spaces, this thrifty vertical garden offers endless inspiration. It invites you to look around your own home, to see potential in scrap wood and forgotten bottles, and to create a living wall that reflects your ingenuity and passion. Eight, gazebo base using natural stone plus recycled concrete mix. In the quiet corners of a backyard, where nature and creativity meet, lies a world of simple beauty crafted from the earth's own gifts. Imagine stepping onto a delicate mosaic of natural stone slabs, their soft edges mingling with recycled concrete, creating a foundation both strong and humble beneath a cozy gazebo. This blend of textures whispers stories of resourcefulness, where broken tiles and stones find new purpose, supporting moments of quiet reflection surrounded by blooming hydrangeas and the gentle sway of green shrubs. The sunlight, pure and warm, dances across the stones, casting shadows that tell tales of afternoons filled with peace and gentle breezes. Close by, a hand-laid corner of this stone and concrete mosaic reveals the artistry of DIY love, each stone interlocking with reclaimed concrete pieces, solidified by the earth itself. This natural tapestry, imperfect and true, grounds the wooden posts of the gazebo, ensuring that your sanctuary stands steadfast. Moss and grass peek through the cracks, a delicate reminder of nature's embrace, softening the hard surfaces with tender green hues. Venturing beyond, a circular stone base invites you to gather, surrounded by lavender bushes whose fragrant blooms float on the air like a gentle lullaby. The base, crafted by patient hands, blends rustic charm with thoughtful design, each stone and piece of concrete fitting together in an imperfect harmony that only time and care can create. Here, the garden becomes a sanctuary, where every step on the uneven stones carries the weight of simplicity and grace. This is the essence of thrifty beauty, a dance of textures and colors, where natural stone and recycled elements transform a backyard into a serene retreat. It's a reminder that even the most modest materials, when chosen with heart and placed with intention, can create spaces that feel both timeless and alive. In these corners of calm, we find the joy of creation, the quiet fulfillment of making something with our own hands, and the invitation to pause, breathe, and simply be. Nine, cute farmhouse-style herb garden in reclaimed wood crates. In the quiet corner of a sunlit patio, rustic beauty unfolds gently. Old wooden crates, worn and weathered with time, have found new purpose, transformed into charming vessels for life and growth. These reclaimed crates cradle fresh herbs, their vibrant greens and fragrant leaves whispering stories of the earth and sunshine that nurtures them. Imagine basil, rosemary, and thyme thriving in this cozy stack, each plant labeled with delicate, hand-painted letters that add a tender touch of farmhouse warmth. The texture of the aged wood, the knots, the slight cracks, invites your fingers to trace the history embedded in every grain. This isn't just gardening, it's storytelling through nature and craft. A small tin watering can rests nearby, a silent companion in this humble sanctuary, ready to nurture these green treasures. Terracotta pots stand sentinel, their rustic hue blending beautifully with the natural palette of the garden, offering a perfect balance between earth and nurture. This is a garden that doesn't demand grand gestures, but rewards patience and care. It speaks of simplicity and elegance, how even the most modest materials, lovingly repurposed, can create a vibrant tapestry of life. The morning sunlight bathes this little garden in a warm glow, illuminating the leaves and casting soft shadows that dance gently on the gravel below. For those dreaming of a garden that whispers calm and beauty, this is an invitation. A call to gather forgotten crates, breathe life into them, and grow not just herbs, but a peaceful haven right at home. It's a reminder that nature's grace can be coaxed from humble beginnings, with just a touch of creativity and a heart open to possibility. Ten recycled garden sculptures from trash and wood scraps. In a quiet corner of a sunlit garden, art takes on a new life, born from scraps, reclaimed wood, and forgotten tools. Each sculpture tells a story, crafted by hands that see beauty in imperfection and charm in rust. A whimsical bird, formed from a sturdy trowel, a worn fork, and smooth driftwood, perches gracefully amidst a sea of tulips and daisies. Its delicate wings seem almost ready to take flight, capturing a moment suspended in time. The texture of weathered metal and aged wood gleams softly in the afternoon light, each scratch and dent whispering tales of days past. Nearby, an abstract figure emerges from bent wire and a recycled tin can, its playful posture inviting a smile. Sitting quietly on a tree stump, it is framed by vibrant marigolds and climbing vines, a gentle guardian of the garden's peace. The tin's faded paint and tiny imperfections only add to its character, reminding us that beauty often grows from the simplest, most humble beginnings. And standing tall among swaying lavender and ornamental grasses is a robot of sorts, built from broken bricks, concrete fragments, and wooden pieces. This garden sentinel, weathered yet steadfast, anchors the space with its quiet strength. A colorful stone path leads visitors forward, inviting exploration and reflection, while the natural sunlight reveals every rugged edge and texture, celebrating the raw artistry of reuse. These sculptures are more than garden decor. They are a reminder that creativity flourishes in giving new purpose to old things. They inspire us to look closer, to find art in everyday objects, and to embrace the imperfect beauty of nature and craft intertwined. DIY rustic bench using old timber and stones. In a world where beauty often comes at a price, there is a humble charm in creating something timeless from what others might overlook. Imagine a quiet backyard where natural scrap materials whisper stories of resilience and transformation. This is the heart of a cheap yet elegant garden DIY, where every piece of bamboo, stone, and weathered wood becomes a brushstroke on the canvas of your outdoor sanctuary. Picture a tiny garden, its borders lovingly crafted from upright bamboo sticks, each varying in height like gentle waves in a calm sea. Intertwined dried branches, tied with rustic twine, cradle lush herbs, rosemary, sage, thyme, whose fragrance dances in the breeze. Fallen leaves and pebbles add their own quiet poetry, grounding the scene in nature's subtle rhythms. Such a border is not just a fence. It is a gentle embrace, a soft boundary between cultivated beauty and wild earth. Nearby, bursts of color emerge within a basket woven from bamboo and twigs, holding radiant zinnias and calendulas in fiery reds and warm oranges. The sunlight kisses each petal and leaf, revealing textures and tones that no filter could replicate. Here, the garden is alive with possibility, inviting hands to tend, hearts to cherish. Further along, a miniature herb patch framed by bamboo and branch edging invites peaceful contemplation. The slightly uneven border sings of handcrafted care, a testament to patience and love. It is a reminder that perfection is not in uniformity, but in authenticity. As you wander, your eyes rest on a playful seascape crafted from large natural rocks and recycled glass bottles, driftwood, and seashells. A tiny wooden boat planter floats amid succulents and beach grass, evoking the calm of distant shores. Starfish and coiled rope add narrative, tying together the story of a garden that honors the past, breathes in the present, and looks forward to tomorrow. Vertical gardens made from scrap wood and recycled bottles climb narrow yards, turning once unused spaces into lush tapestries of kale, spinach, and fragrant herbs. Each leaf tells a story of rebirth and resilience, nourished by rain and sunlight. The rustic charm of uneven boards and weathered paint speaks of humble beginnings and joyful creativity. Nearby, natural stone slabs and recycled concrete pieces form the sturdy base of a gazebo, a sanctuary where shadows dance and hydrangeas bloom in quiet celebration. Each stone, each crack, tells a story of earth and time, grounding the garden in a legacy of enduring beauty. In the heart of this sanctuary, stacked reclaimed wood crates become planters for basil, rosemary, thyme, and mint. Hand-painted labels invite you to pause and breathe in their verdant presence. The crates, worn and weathered, cradle life with gentle care, proving that elegance can bloom from simplicity. Garden sculptures fashioned from rusted metal, broken bricks, and wood scraps add whimsy and character. A robot from bricks stands among lavender, while a figure of wire and tin rests beside marigolds. They are reminders that creativity knows no limits, that beauty can be found in the unexpected. And where to rest, but on rustic benches made from thick timber and natural stones. These simple seats invite quiet moments, allowing you to soak in the garden's soothing embrace. Moss grows at the stone's base, flowers nod in the breeze, and sunlight dapples the wood, turning an ordinary bench into a cherished retreat. In this garden of thrift and grace, every stone, stick, and scrap of wood becomes a symbol of care, a testament to the magic that happens when nature and imagination come together. It invites you to create, to nurture, and to find peace in the gentle rhythms of the earth beneath your feet. Japanese garden corner with rocks, bamboo, and fallen branches. In the quiet corners of a home garden, magic unfolds through the art of creating beauty from simplicity. Imagine a space where nature's elements, stones, wood, bamboo, and branches, come alive in a serene Japanese-inspired garden corner. This is more than just landscaping. It is a meditative escape, a dance of textures and shadows beneath soft daylight. The scene begins with carefully placed natural stones, their smooth and rough surfaces telling stories of time. Upright bamboo poles stand as silent sentinels, their warm, golden hues contrasting gently with the crisp white gravel that forms the garden's canvas. This gravel, laid with precision, is more than decoration. It's a symbol of calm and purity, drawing the eye along clean lines that guide wandering feet toward the heart of the space. Scattered thoughtfully, fallen branches mimic the gentle waves of a tranquil stream, their twisted forms echoing the natural chaos found in untouched woodlands. Nearby, a young maple tree offers a splash of red, its leaves whispering in the breeze and softening the garden's structured elegance with a touch of vibrant life. Ferns and moss creep quietly into shaded nooks, adding depth and softness to the scene, their rich greens grounding the composition with a sense of rootedness and continuity. At the center, a small stone lantern stands as a guardian of peace, its simple form crafted with humble grace. It invites visitors to pause, to breathe deeply, and to appreciate the harmonious balance of natural elements arranged with thoughtful care. The textures of wood, rock, and foliage reveal themselves under the clear daylight, sharp and authentic, offering a tactile experience that invites touch and contemplation. Creating such a garden is an invitation to slow down. Using reclaimed bamboo and weathered stones salvaged from nature or previous projects, one can fashion a space that feels timeless and tranquil. Fallen branches gathered on walks through the forest or park become living sculptures, arranged not to impose, but to blend, honoring the beauty of imperfection and the passage of time. This Japanese garden corner isn't just a project. It's a journey into mindfulness and simplicity. With each stone placed, each branch laid, you build more than a garden. You build a sanctuary where quiet moments bloom like the surrounding plants, and where the soul can rest in the gentle embrace of nature's artistry. Here, in this humble space, the chaotic world outside softens into a peaceful rhythm, one stone, one bamboo stalk, one breath at a time. If this video meant something to you, please know that subscribing means the world to me. You're not just supporting content, you're supporting a dream that keeps my family going. Thank you, truly. I'd also love to hear from you. What did you enjoy the most? Is there anything I could do better to keep inspiring or simply entertaining you? Your feedback helps this channel grow with heart and purpose. Let me know in the comments. I read every one.